This is a message for Quiltia, which if you're not from Ireland is like the Irish Forestry Board. Okay, I admit it.
Could've done something, but now I'm left with an empty heart.
Good morning, guys. It's shearing season. It's in full swing. The phone has been absolutely hopping the last few days, so we will be busy now for the next couple of months. I had a big day yesterday, so I'm a little bit tired today. A few wee jobs to get done, to get tightened up before the shearing really gets into it, and I'll have to disappear and not do a whole pile of work with my farm for a few weeks. So let's get the trailer hitched on and let's get out there and get into them. Get out and get into them. Get into them to get out of them. Get into them to get out of them. But get out to get into them. To get out of them. I'm very tired.
Back behind there, missus. Come on, up. Nearly there. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. My help is gone. I need to rush off to a meeting, so the wool is piling up a little bit, but all good. We're nearly there, so we can finish it out ourselves. Yeah, now I'm just in the wrong pin, so yeah, but they're back through here and finish them. Oh. Nearly there. Right, so we are in Glenf, myself and Casey, and we're going to do a little bit of fencing and looking around. Nothing major today, just check the sheep. They're all tailed and dosed last week, so we'll do that and we'll bring the drone with us, and then we can put that up, and we'll, between us walking around and the drone, we should be able to get a good look at the sheep. Up, Casey, up. Oh. I'm just being a showman. I didn't actually want to put her in, I just wanted her to be in the camera. In here, in. Come on, come on. There is a good few posts needed here. Like, I've done a nice bit of fencing, but there's a good bit more to be done. A lot of it's along forestry though, so I'm thinking I might talk to the local people who work with the forestry and see if we can scrounge a few posts off them. But well, in fairness, like, it's it's a shared fence between myself and the forestry. So, and we've, like, I've put a good few posts into it already, probably put about, I'd say 70 or 80 at least. So, and it probably wants that much again, might want 100 more in places where the fence is still up, but a lot of the posts are gone. So that's basically the essentials kit when you are doing fence repairs. Not the drone obviously, but basically just your sledgehammer and your crowbar for putting in posts. Obviously the wire is there already, and on the mountain in a lot of cases the wire is outlasting the posts. The posts are just going to break at the bottom just from rotting, so where it's just a matter of putting in new posts. So you make a hole, or if it's kind of boggy, you don't even need to make a hole at all. You place your post and you knock the post in with the sledgehammer, and then you basically get your claw hammer and staples and you tack it onto the existing wire, and boom, Bob's your uncle. So let's get to it. So as you can see here, the likes of this fence, wire is a-okay. There are some posts that probably I would have put in, or myself and Dad maybe put in. You can see there's fresh posts and there's old posts. So it's just a matter of feeling them as you go along and seeing what they're like. So that one is gone, old post, pretty bad shape. This one is gone as well. This one is, that one is not too bad. So if you just look at that, and then it's just a matter of really, like, you get an idea once you get a feel for it and you check the fence, like, see, that is quite wobbly there. Wire is still good, but you have two posts here that just are not doing their job. So there's basically, there's too big of a gap between that good post and that good post. So you'd want at least a post in there. Yeah, might be no harm even just to put two, because then it'll be a good job then. So I'll let these down. Oh, jeepers. Yeah, it's hard to hold the camera and do everything. That's two posts there. We'll keep going with this one post, see how we get on. Maybe give it a tap at the post, give it the handies. Okay, that is non-existent. Bit of a gap between, but this is a good post here. Yeah, there's a big old gap there, like that probably wants a post too. If you're being right, you can see there's just, when there's too much of a gap between posts there, like you can see, like the wire is just too slack. So and it's just too easy to potentially jump it or lift it and go under it all there. They're not going to go under that because the grass is growing up over it. But yeah, just makes for a better fence if you have posts more regularly along the line. That one's pretty good anyway.
Take off.
I quite like this work, like I'm down here basically to check the sheep. It's important, even though they're lamb now and they're tailed and the whole lot, still important to keep the odd eye on them. Like hill sheep, you sort of let them at it more so than lowland sheep, but it's important just because, like, say hornies, like silly things will happen, like maybe one might get caught in a hole, or like a lamb or a ewe might put their head out through the wire and get stuck, like particularly horn sheep. They get caught with their horns, and yeah, so it's no harm to like come down and have a snoop around, and then you may as well bring a few posts and do a wee bit of fencing too. But like, it's grand work, like it's not hugely productive work, but at the same time it's good. It's just kind of a rest. Lot going on at the moment, a lot of people ringing for shearing, trying to organise the merch for this shearing demonstration on Sunday. Yeah, like the phone is hopping. The phone is hopping. Don't get me wrong, it's all good stuff, it's all positive stuff, and you don't have to do it if you don't want to do it, but it's nice to get down here just to have a couple hours of nice, easygoing work. You know, just it's lovely and quiet, chill out, just to be in nature. Like Casey's getting out, like she doesn't get out much these days because I don't bring her shearing with me, so she's getting out, getting a wee bit of exercise and fresh air. I'm getting a wee bit of exercise and fresh air, but I'm also, it's more of a mental thing too. Still intact, but just about. And then there's 2 posts there, you can see by them, they are rotten. More posts needed. That's for another day, isn't it, Casey? Get in behind, Casey. Get in. Right down. Your yos and lambs, healthy looking. No, Casey. Casey, come back. Casey, Casey. Shouldn't have said come back because she thought it was come by. Casey, Casey, come here. Good girl. Come. Fall down, come on. Come here. This is a message for Quilcha, which if you're not from Ireland is like the Irish Forestry Board. Okay, I admit it. My stock have been going into your land. Hold my hands up. But the reason my stock have been going into your land is because your stock is coming into my land. So to paraphrase the big book, take the log out of your own eye before you worry about the sheep coming in for the neighbours. I'm just messing about. Just after seeing it there, I'll probably give him a ring and he'll probably come down and cut it up or something. Nothing serious, just messing about. Got you, didn't I? You thought I was thick? You're right, I'm always thick. 24/7, even when I'm asleep. Kiss you up, 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 up. Well, that's us. Better go home now because I'm going shearing early in the morning and it's getting on the evening, and yeah, grind up a few blades, get dinner. All them wee jobs, get to bed on time. It's the silly season now. I was just about to go here and I'm looking down along the road and there's a load of sheep up here. There's an absolute load of them up here. They're all up here. Dad reckons they do try to get across the road and up onto the brae. I'm going to get Casey out and put them down because it's lovely and fresh down the bog, yet they're up here where there's not much grass because they're all just loitering about. Yeah, so normally you ride sheep out the mountain, but here it's a big flat bog and the low down part's the best, so I'm going to do the direct opposite and I'm going to put them on down the bog.
Keep thinking that I could have done something, but now I'm left with an empty heart. No making amends, no waking up beside you and holding you till we forget it all. How could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. You couldn't keep the door shut, and now the frostbite's creeping in. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here. So come home, why won't you